Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been the longest time. Hope you are doing really good and that you're healing really well. So, I think I'm going to do a quick, it's not quick, I think I'm going to do a get ready with me. I've got to straighten my hair, do my makeup and get out of this house. So yeah, before I start, I just want to say that today is the 17th of June 2023 and I am 2050 days steroid free. It's been a long time. I'm coming up to 6 years at the end of the year. And yeah, it's just been a bit of a roller coaster and I will get into some of that during this video. So if you're interested, keep watching. So let's start with, I look like a drowned rat. Let's start with hair and let's start talking about hair. It's been just over 2 years since I've had my daughter, and around 6 months after she was born, I lost a ton of hair, which took me from this to this. So now the whole front of my head has has this. So I actually have a video on how I straighten my hair from start to finish, and if you want to watch that, I'll leave a link for you in the video and the description box down below. But for now, we're going to fast forward. I'm going to change into my contacts because my glasses are actually getting in the way. Carrying on. When I was in the bath and I could see chunks of my hair coming out, I thought it was just the front, but it was all over my head. I got a haircut in January 2022. Within 2 months of it falling out, I could see the regrowth coming in. And then within 6 months, I think my hairline, you couldn't tell that the hair had fallen out because I was able to gel it down and nobody knew that there was anything different. The only thing is it would stick up really bad. So I used to have to gel it down and always have my hair up. For the last 2 years, I've actually been really down about my hair because if you followed this channel from the start, it started off as a hair journey and I spent so much time taking care of my hair, getting it to the length that I want, only for it to all fall out so dramatically. And what I've realised is that I've had unhealthy short straight hair. I've also had unhealthy short curly hair where my curls were not popping but they were coming back. I've had beautifully long healthy curly hair and I've had beautifully long straight hair. But what I've never ever experienced is beautifully healthy short curly hair. Look, you can see the difference here. There's the regrowth hanging out the bottom. Lord help me. So I'm actually quite, oh, there's a bit of curly hair there. I'm actually quite excited to get my hair cut in September. Initially, I was just like, I just want to trim, I just want them to shape it. But now, like going through Instagram and seeing all these people with shorter, like shoulder length curly hair, I find a few models with like my hair type and I feel like I'm excited to go short and have a thick head of hair but curly. And then it's like I'm learning to love my hair again, because remember when I was younger I really did not enjoy my hair, and that's because I didn't know how to care for it. That was the only issue. I didn't know what I was supposed to do and how I was supposed to treat it or maximize it. Also, I have a daughter who has very curly hair, so I have to teach her how to love her hair and care for it. And she fully knows, like when it's wash day, she knows she's going to sit in front of the TV, I'll give her a packet of crisps and I do her hair and she has to sit still. Like she's getting the message that she has to sit still and mummy has to do her hair. I take pride in my daughter's hair. So now let's talk about skin. Skin. Ugh. So recently, me, Nick and Nerea, we went to Mexico. No, we didn't. We went to Morocco. Sorry, Mexico's on my mind. We went to Morocco and 2 days in Morocco and I have no idea what happened, but I started looking like a fried piece of fish. That is the best way to describe it because fish has scaly skin. That is what happened to my arms. The sun did something to my skin where there seemed to be a lot of hyper and hypo pigmentation all over my arms, along with like it was like swollen and textured. There was one day, this was like towards the end of the holiday, so my arms were really going through it. We went to the shops because Nick wanted to buy argan oil, and twice 2 men came up to me and asked me what was wrong with my skin. And it was it started off as like curiosity. They're like, oh, is this eczema? And I'm like, yeah, it's eczema. I just want to go about my business. And then both men kept insisting, this was 2 separate occasions by the way, kept insisting that they had something for me in their shop. And one man even grabbed my arm and started stroking it and touching it and saying, oh, no, 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 I have something for you in my shop. And the first thing I said to him was like, oh, no, thank you, it's okay, thank you. And he goes, no, 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 really, I have something, come. And he started pulling me into the shop, and I literally just went, no, thank you. And there was a second where we both looked at each other like, are you going to back down? And then he let go of my arm, and I walked off. And I remember, that was literally on the way back to the hotel, I remember I was walking ahead of Nick and Naraya, and I just cried. Because it's been a long time since someone's noticed my skin. And of course this is on holiday, like you're a stranger, like I don't want strangers touching me in general. Like all of last summer I didn't wear short sleeves. I don't know how I managed it. I've like hidden my skin for like 2 years because after Naraya it just went haywire. And I'm very sensitive about my skin, clearly. I don't know, just like in this COVID time, do you think like it's not inappropriate to just touch someone and grab someone? Anyway, so these are my arms now, both sides. You see like the hypo pigmentation here. Also like up here, it's pretty bad. It's not the worst because like in Morocco it was like really, really bad. So yeah, I don't know what happened. It's slowly starting to heal. So even yesterday I went out with, so my manager that I used to work with, his girlfriend, we went out to the farm with our daughters because they're roughly the same age, and I wore short sleeves, and it was 27 degrees yesterday, so it wasn't like I had a choice. It was refreshing because no one said anything about my skin, and it's nice to just live without your skin being the topic of conversation wherever you go. And I felt good, do you know, like compared to how my arms looked in Morocco, because they were so bad, I feel like anything other than that is an improvement. And yeah, it was just nice to be, I felt free yesterday just from wearing a t-shirt. Oh my god, there's another, I can see another grey hair. Bloody hell, Zainab. You're really showing your age, love. Oh my god, there's like 2 here. 2 here. I'm greying, guys. I'm literally greying. My hair's already starting to curl. This is not good. It's fine. It needs time to settle. You know, like first day straightened hair just is too fluffy. Second day, much better. But anyway, I will style it in a bit. Do you know what? My lash lady gives me a spoolie every single time I see her. And yet, I can never find them. I know there's 2 in my car and there's 1 here. But like if I'm getting one like multiple times a year, I don't know where they go. I had to scrounge for this one. I don't know where they go. It's like socks, they just disappear. Look, when you have kids, this is what they do to your things. Naraya has bitten the top of my beauty blender, and it was new at the time. New. She took a chunk out of the tip. Crazy girl. So prior to this video, I actually filmed 2 videos that just never saw the light of day. And I just think when I recorded them, like I was in the right frame of mind recording them, but afterwards I just couldn't bring myself to edit them. Is that really bad? One reason was that my skin was a lot worse a couple months ago, and I don't know what that is. It's just one of those things where it happens. And when you're editing, you have to stare at yourself for like hours on end, and it just wasn't it. Especially me, I'm like a long time TSW warrior. I will be 6 years this November. So to see my skin like acting up, I just did not, it's disheartening. And I'm sorry guys, but this is probably the reason why I haven't been online as much as I used to. Obviously the number one reason is because I have Naraya and she takes up a lot of my time, but as much as I don't want to give anyone false hope about how this journey can go, I don't want to always seem like a Debbie Downer about it all the time, especially this far into my journey. I don't want to make anyone feel like this journey is not worth it, because I did post a video on Instagram probably, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, And I'm just explaining that although this journey is hard, there have been happy times, smiles, milestones, celebrations that have happened in that time frame. It's not every day doom and gloom. It's not. If you only focus on your skin and how bad it is, yeah, it might be doom and gloom, but there's so many things that I've done in the last year, 2 years, the whole of my journey, the last 6 years, that I'm so happy about. And I did that while going through TSW. So don't get me wrong, it's not the be all and end all, but I don't want every video that I post on here, especially now that I'm not doing monthly updates, do you know what I mean? I just don't want to disappear for 6 months, come back, moan, disappear for 6 months, come back and moan. So yeah, that's probably why I looked at the video and just said, no, this isn't it. One reason why I was down during the last video that I filmed was that I was having a bit of an issue with one of my friends, one of my closest, most long-term friends, and she basically disappeared off the face of the earth for about 6 months. The last time I saw her was in December, and then we were messaging back and forth, and I could see her like pulling away. And then by March, so 3 months after I'd seen her, it's like she disappeared off the face of the earth, and I got really, really worried. And then the first thing I thought was like, have I done something wrong? Have I done something to offend her? And I don't know why I do that. Like, then I sat back and said, like, Zainab, think about it, you haven't. This is probably something she's going through, and you just got to let her. But after a couple of months, I was getting a bit antsy, and I'm like, I miss you. Where are you? I miss you. Can you tell me that you're okay? And I was not getting anything, and I got really upset. And it got to the point where I was about to go off. I was about to go off to Morocco, and I still hadn't heard from her. And she had also missed my birthday. Like, I didn't do anything for my birthday because we were going on holiday. That was my thing. But she didn't message me. And I remember on my birthday sitting in my car crying, because I was like, she's not gonna ever message me, I'm never gonna see her again. Like, I felt like I had lost a best friend. And why are friendship breakups like worse than relationship breakups? I think it's because you think that your friends will be there for everything, like graduation, birthdays, births, weddings, just I don't know, engagements, everything, all of these things. You just think that your friend will be there for everything. So when they disappear, it's a bit like, what the fuck do I do? What the hell do I do with myself? So it was the day before I was going to fly out to Morocco, and it was even to the point where I don't even think she knew I had booked Morocco and that I was going on holiday. But I wrote her a letter and saying, I'm going away on holiday tomorrow, and I'm just like, you're on my mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about you. Can you just message me like something so that I know that you're okay and that like we're okay and stuff like that. So I remember flying out. I remember waiting every day of that holiday for a reply from her, and I just did not get one. And on holiday I was just really, really upset because it was constantly on my mind. I'm like, is she okay? Was December the last time I'm ever going to see her? That's what I kept thinking. I was like, I didn't even say goodbye. So sad. And I think it was like the day before I came back, she messaged me, and like the relief, seeing her name pop up on my phone, oh my god, the relief. And I'm actually going to go see her next week. We're going to go out for food because that's our thing, and I'm just happier. And it's like almost like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. But that was definitely on my mind for a good few months, just bubbling away in the background. Or like sometimes you'll see something like a meme or like something in the shop and it reminds you of them, and I'm like, I want to send this to her, but I know I'm not going to get a reply. And I started doing that for the first few months. Like, I would send things, I just wouldn't hear back from her, and it was just like, it was like rejection over and over and over again. But look, she's fine. I don't hold anything against her, obviously. I just want you to know that she's okay, and she's okay, you know. But yeah, that broke me for a bit. So yeah, this is what my skin is looking like now. I know you've watched, you've seen me do my hair, and I haven't really talked about skin, but now I'm covering it up. Ironic. The skin on my face is doing well. Like, I don't wake up flaky anymore, which is lovely. I don't have to worry about that. I'm still at the same job. I work at Evolve Organic Beauty, which is an organic skincare company. Ironic, I have terrible skin and I work for a skincare company. And a number of times they've asked me to be a model for like the new launches that we've been doing. And it's not even anything personal, but I'm very, very wary of new skin products for me, because my skin is hypersensitive. So like, if my skin was to react to something, it's not like a day or two of like itchiness and redness. I have the potential to put something on one day and still be paying for it like a week later, where my skin is like, first it goes dry, red, and then it goes dry and flaky, and then it's just flaking for like a week. So I politely declined like multiple times, like, no, I really don't want to be a model for anything, especially if it's a new thing. Because when you go for like a shoot, it's not the case of like you put the cream on, they take a picture and you go. It's you put it on, you wait, you take a picture, you take that off, you put it on again, try and get a better angle, then you take it off, and then you have to like massage it in, record it, and it's like, for one application you've probably done it like 6 times, especially for a cream that I haven't used extensively. I just didn't feel comfortable doing it. Obviously I felt bad because it's work, and I feel like if you're part of the team, you should help, like either do like reviews on the products or give your opinions on things. And I'm like, although my opinion probably is just as worthy as the next person, my skin just reacts so differently to like normal skin that my my view on it might be a bit warped. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, months go by and my manager asks me to be a model for hyaluronic serum, and I said yes, because I use the hyaluronic serum. I've been using it since I've been working there, so 4 or 5 years, and I actually do like it. I've recommended it to people. People in the TSW community, you do hear it a lot that we recommend hyaluronic serum products when you're past the red and oozy stage. I don't recommend anything when you're in the red and oozy stage, but once you're like dry and flaking and healing well, it may be in your interest to try. So when she asked me to be a model for that, I said yes. Doesn't mean that I'm not nervous about it, because still I haven't really posted on my YouTube channel or Instagram that much, and it's because I've become very, very self-conscious in front of the camera. I'm very critical of my skin now. I mean, I've always been, but after having Nerea, I just feel like it's been so much more of a harsh journey, and I'm very critical of my skin and how it looks, and just the idea of having a room full of people. It's not that many people, it's my manager, the photographer, probably another work colleague, so maybe like 4 or 5 people in the room staring at me under bright lights, focusing. The focus is my skin. I was very nervous. I told my colleague Izzy, can you just like hype me up, because I don't really feel like very good about this. So I was like, just like make me feel pretty. Do you know what I mean? You know, like America's Next Top Model, like in the back you got someone hyping me, yeah, angles, glowing, beautiful. And it just made me laugh. When someone's telling you something and you don't believe it, you just feel really awkward. And she said something like beautiful, whatever, and I just sat there and literally through gritted teeth I went, thanks Izzy. And we just burst out laughing, because it was just like, it's all come down to this moment, and you're meant to be hyping me, and all you've done is just made me laugh, which was nice. It's welcome, you know. When we got the footage back, I'm the one that's going to be editing it, so I'm stringing together my footage, and the quality of the video is beautiful. Like, it's really like well shot, well lit and everything, but because the camera's so high definition, you can literally see everything. You can see the wrinkles on my neck, the hyperpigmentation, you can see like how my skin pulls around my eyes when I smile. But I'm actually quite proud of it. I actually quite like it. My hair looks amazing, by the way. It looks so curly, so full. It was taken in, I think it was March. Was it March or April? Either way, it was a couple of months ago. But like, I look at it and I'm like, you look good, Zainab. For what's happened, you look good. It's my cousin's birthday. It's a surprise birthday that her husband's putting together. And a little cousin here is in charge of cake. I didn't make the cake, but my friend is insane at cakes. Like, not only do the cakes look good, they taste so good. Like, I'm actually looking forward to eating the cake. When I placed the order, I was looking forward to tasting that cake. And it's red velvet, and I'm not sure if I've had her red velvet cake before. I've had her vanilla, I've had her chocolate, I've had her white chocolate and raspberry cupcakes. Beautiful. I'm hyping up her company. Here's her Instagram. Karina is amazing at cakes. I have her saved in my phone as Karina Cakey. But yeah, so I'm in charge of cakes. I also went to Costco yesterday to get a second cake because it turns out there's a lot more people coming than expected. So I feel like the adults can have the fancy cake and the kids can have the Costco cake. But me, I will be having both. I've also stopped breastfeeding. Nerea stopped breastfeeding around the Easter holiday, so that bank holiday weekend where we had the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. Me and Nick took that opportunity to like try and wean her so that if she was awake it wasn't really going to affect either of us because we didn't have to work. And yeah, I think that weekend really helped in solidifying that no, you're too big for baby now, like you don't need it. She took it like a champ. She took it so well, and it is something that I miss. I think that breastfeeding was something that I took too well, and I know it's something that not a lot of women can do. So when my journey was going well, there was a minor blip, probably like 2-3 months in, when I felt like I couldn't get milk out. Apart from that one time, it's just been breast milk. We initially wanted to do like combination, like formula and breast milk, but she stopped taking bottles around 5 months, 6 months, and I panicked because I'm like, oh my god, what if I have to go back to work? Because I intended to go back to work after 7 months. So when she stopped taking bottles and refused them and cried like bloody murder every time he put a bottle in her face, I just thought, oh my god, what are we going to do? But look, the breastfeeding went on for almost 2 years, just shy of 2 years. And yeah, I'm very proud of myself for doing that. Obviously after 6 months she starts eating food, so she doesn't solely depend on me, but it's those nights when they're sick and nothing can help them apart from you, and they just want to be close to you, and you have like something that not only feeds them but gives them comfort. It's just such a beautiful thing. I think breastfeeding is the most beautiful thing. Next to pregnancy, it's like an extended pregnancy. You just feel so close to your child, and I do miss it. But she's getting big now. She's a big girl. She's 2. She's running. She's talking so much. She's just a lovely little girl. Yeah, my daughter's amazing. My eyebrows are just not matching. I don't know about you, but like, I feel like if my eyebrows are not on point, I feel annoyed the whole day. That's the only part of my makeup that I spend so much time on, and I still can't get them right. You think if I'm doing this every day, they'd be perfect every day, but they're not. Do you know why? Because hairs move and hairs grow. This is the problem. Do you know who else I saw not too long ago? Aramide! So Aramide, if you don't follow her on Instagram, you should. This is her Instagram. She's a model, yeah? A TSW warrior is a model. Enough said. I saw her last month and I'm seeing her again end of this month. And she is just light. Do you know what's funny? I saw her literally a couple of days after I got back from Morocco, and I was telling her about my arms. I showed her my arms. I swear to you, the next couple of days after seeing her and unloading on her and obviously talking to my friend and knowing that she's okay, I feel like my skin got better. There was like a release of everything. I felt better for seeing Aramide. So I can only imagine what happens after I see my friend on Tuesday. More healing. But I feel like I was carrying a lot of crap with me. Don't mess with your brain. Your brain it can really change how you see the world, honestly. Big tub of Aquaphor. Need this stuff in my life every single day. I've got this weird curly bit here. Why? Anyway, right, I think I'm ready, so I'm gonna head off. I've got to get both these cakes in my car and Nerea and my mum and zoom over there. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you for helping me get ready, and hopefully I will see you in another video very soon. Bye guys.